It's a very great honour to be part of this inaugural United States Shed Leaders Conference. To follow on from such two esteemed Australian voices that have helped to develop organisation to what was before just loosely referred to as shed culture in Australia, and we in the UK referred to as tinkering down the shed. Shed community now, in essence for the shedder, should still be just that, having fun with others down the shed. But of course, as an association and as shed leaders, we have a much bigger picture of what that really means, knowing just how much everyday outcomes can be improved if we get it right. Turning my gaze to the US last year, I was moved to find out more about suicide statistics and mental health provision in Montana, which is the third highest deaths by suicide in the US. That led me to the incredible work of groups like the Tamarack Grief Resource Center in Missoula, and has since sparked an ongoing discussion about building more much-needed shed community to grow and flourish across the US, because amazing things happen when people work and play together. I, like most of you, am a shed leader. Bouncing back from illness, I founded Westbury Shed and was the self-titled shedder of all responsibility there, until I finally lived up to that name and passed on the running of the project back in 2018. Such experiences, as many of you will know, can be genuinely life-changing for all involved. No matter how tired I may have been at the end of each shed session, it was the best possible tired. A happy, contented, and warm feeling. A feeling that I soon began to describe as taking my daily shedderson. I had feelings that I can only describe as bereavement following my return to work, and at the dawn of the pandemic, I volunteered to help develop the Shed Happens radio show in the UK, connecting shedders in a time of enforced social isolation. Sheds Sans Frontières was born at this time to continue that life-giving connection to a world that needed it more than ever. Sheds Sans Frontières, which means sheds without frontiers, simply exists to encourage well-grounded, connected shed community across the globe. One of the projects undertaken was the Shedderson Zoom network, a simple, updatable list of available Zoom shed chats, so online shedders always had somewhere to go. That's how, bizarrely via Australia, I was introduced to Steve at North County. This year has seen some great discussion with Steve, Mark, and others, and has opened my eyes to how the USMSA could look going forward into 2022. I deliberately refer to all of us as shed community. Divisiveness is all around us and not a healthy thing. I've heard and I give credence to all arguments, but for me, it came down to one thing. No matter the skills and desires of your shedders, or the projects or level of community involvement they decide upon, you always need to ask, are your shedders having fun? Are they being respectful to others? Are they looking out for each other? This positive human interaction in a safe and respectful environment is the key to great shed community. Put simply, those magic ingredients have no need to be restricted to gender or age, as your own Ruston community shed in Louisiana, to name but one, already shows. The clue to our beginnings remains, however. This US Men's Sheds Conference brings us all together to learn, discuss, and help shape the association of the future. I asked our community of shed leaders for some pearls of wisdom. Only one was unbroadcastable, so I'll translate his opening words as play nicely, and then always remember who you are here to serve, meaning the shedders, of course. Also very much in that vein was include the individual shed groups as members of your association, meaning to give those sheds a voice in how the association should be run or could be run. Well, here we all are. Another said, above all, keep it simple and get the basics right. then keep at it and don't take no for an answer. It's good to remember when we talk about simple that we really don't mean simplistic, just uncomplicated and well thought through. Today, this association not only has the opportunity to run on the wheels of experience learned from other associations around the world, but also to genuinely learn from that experience, warts and all. This new chassis is being custom built in the US to run on those wheels, so you need to have a think about what that should look like and how you can help make it happen. For my part, I've offered to join you on this journey, and in the spirit of the shed leader who I couldn't quote, let me leave you with these words. You genuinely don't have to like everybody, but all things are possible if you show them love. Thank you very much.